there, welcome to 4-H Achievement Night 2020. I'm Linda Tripp. I'm your issue leader here for Columbia Greene County's 4-H.
And I'm Anna Herod-McGrew. I'm the 4-H Natural Resource Educator.
So we really just need to tell you that we are so proud of you 4-H members for all the hard work you did this year. It wasn't really that easy, was it? To come up with ideas to do where you're not interacting closely with other people and you maybe weren't able to meet with your 4-H club leader or your 4-H member friends that often, but you really came through. And I really, as well as Anna, we really want to thank all of the parents and our volunteer leaders because it was not an easy thing to do. And we appreciate you coming on to our Zoom meetings, following up with us by phone and by email, and just being as creative as possible. So we're going to get started tonight.
With the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, definitely.
So we're going to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. So we have our flag.
There we go.
Hands over our hearts.
Yep.
And please join me as we say it. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, let's do the 4-H pledge. Would you hold the plate for me, please? Okay. I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world. Now I'd like to welcome Billy Greer. He's our CCE Board of Directors President, and you all know him as the leader of the Baker's Dozen 4-H Club and as manager of the 4-H Milk Bar.
Oh my God, is this thing working? Can you guys hear me? This is so cool. Oh my God, I'm on the big screen. This is like, my mother always said I'd be on TV. This is the coolest thing. Can you hear me okay? Awesome, great. My name's Billy Greer. I'm the president of the board of directors for Columbia Greene County. A lot of you actually might have recognized me as being an evaluator for public presentations, but I'm also a judge at the fair. But most importantly, the thing that I love the most, that I see most of you guys at, is at the 4-H Milk Bar, shaking it up every year for 90 years. So thank you very much for participating in that. Hey, you know, this year has been just such a crazy year. We've had COVID-19 affecting the world, and it's been so difficult for you guys to complete your projects, and we really appreciate the efforts that you've put into it. We are so proud of every single one of you for finding really creative and new ways to finish your projects, have 4-H meetings, and just engage with what we love. So I have seen some projects this year from pumpkin challenges, I've seen fishing challenges, I've seen public presentations online, we've seen your fair entries that you're going to see tonight on the big screen, and we've also seen some really great 4-H storytelling projects. So on behalf of the entire board, I could not be prouder to say congratulations, and we're so excited for your achievements tonight and can't wait to see you get your awards. Thank you and have a great night.
Hi there, this is Linda Tripp, the 4-H issue leader for Cornell Cooperative Extension in Columbia Greene counties, and I have the great privilege of being able to share with you the award recipients for our 4-H Achievement Night 2020. We'll be introducing 4-H clubs, 4-H members, and 4-H volunteer leaders who have given so much this year, even with how crazy things have been throughout the year and with the limitations that we have had. So let's get started and follow along with me. So we're going to start out with our Cloverbuds moving up to 4-H. Now these are kids who have been Cloverbud members and couldn't wait until they're 8 years old so that they can participate in everything that a 4-H member does. And we start out with, from the Green Earth 4-H Club, Jesse Purdy. From the Little Critters 4-H Club, Remy Sisko. From the Medway Mountaineers, Olivia Conrad. And from the Mountain Rangers, Alexander Peroni. We've had 2 new 4-H clubs join us in the past year, and they'll be receiving their 4-H club charters. And that is the Hudson Valley Adventurers 4-H Club and the Mountain Waterfalls 4-H Club. Community service is a really big thing for 4-H, and I'm so happy to announce that we've had many 4-H clubs that, even with the difficulties with COVID-19, meaning to close down for a long time, and then social distancing and wearing masks and small groups and all that kind of thing, 4-H clubs have figured out how to do some community service. We start out with the clubs that are our honorable mentions: the Bananas, Columbia Crafters, Green Earth, Medway Mountaineers, the Teen Ambassadors 4-H Club, Utterly Impossibles, and the Wilderness Workers 4-H Club. Our third place 4-H club this year is the Mountain Rangers. Second place is the Critter Crew. And first place is Flora and Fauna. And each of these 3 clubs will be receiving a check that they can use that money for next year's community service, as well as a special certificate. We've had 2 4-H club officers nominated for their excellence. And for president, we have Nora Schwader from the Bananas 4-H Club, and for secretary, Casey Purdy from the Green Earth 4-H Club. And also, we've had one of our 4-H members nominated for the Junior Leader Award, and that's Calvin Keller from the Utterly Impossibles 4-H Club. Our teen evaluators weren't able to do a lot this year, considering that we had to change up how we did public presentations as well as our fair entries. But Hunter Gardner from the Teen Ambassadors 4-H Club was able to help us out with the commentary for those who were able to participate in our showcase. And so he is getting recognized for that. Our 4-H Teen Ambassadors are busy supporting our 4-H activities as well as some of their own. And this group is specifically for kids who are 13 years and older. And we're looking for any kids who may have been in 4-H before, are in 4-H now, or have never been involved with 4-H. They can join the Teen Ambassador 4-H Club. This year, we're giving this award to Hunter Gardner, Corinne Haskin, Jack Hilliard, Noah Kilmer, Aislinn O'Connell, Molly Oswald, Eddie Ross, and Nora Schwader. We have a number of outstanding 4-H project work awards to present. This award is presented to those 4-H members that not only exhibited from their 4-H project, of course, this year in our showcase, otherwise it would be at one of the fairs, but also did some extra learning or extra leadership in that project area. For arts and crafts, we have Rosalinda Gazzola, Emma Rose Janito, Andrew Scarlata, Jessica Scarlata, and Wyatt Scarpinato. In beef cattle, we have Daisy Trowbridge and Jordan Radley. Clothing and textiles, that's Lita Albertson, Robert Potts, Courtney Laux, Randy Albertson, Andrew Scarlata, Addie Ross, Jessica Scarlata, and Wyatt Scarpinato. In the dairy cattle project, we have Lita Albertson, Calvin Keller, Braden Skoda, Amelia Sharon, Randy Albertson, Joseph Cordato, Matthew Cordato, Anthony Cordato, Jaden Williams, and Casey Purdy. Environmental awareness, we have Casey Purdy and Wyatt Scarpinato. And in foods and nutrition, Calvin Keller, Courtney Laux, Braden Skoda, Andrew Scarlata, Avery Conrad, Joseph Cordato, Ryan Young, Matthew Cordato, and Anthony Cordato. For flower gardening project, we have Wyatt Scarpinato. And for the goat project, Anna Purdy, Ryan Young, and Casey Purdy. The horse project, Lyda Jo Herdman. Needlework, Jessica Scarlata and Casey Purdy. Poultry, Marion Peroni and Casey Purdy. Rabbit, Anna Purdy and Casey Purdy. Science and technology, Braden Skoda and Andrew Scarlata. Sheep, Anna Purdy, Jackson Purdy, Daisy Trowbridge, Annika Nybor, and Jordan Radley, as well as Casey Purdy. And for the Swine Project, Daisy Trowbridge, Annika Nybor, and Jordan Radley. And finally, for vegetable gardening, Braden Skoda, Avery Conrad, Joseph Cordato, Matthew Cordato, Anthony Cordato, and Casey Purdy. For veterinary science, Casey Purdy. For the Wildlife and Fisheries Project, Braden Skoda. And for woodworking, Joseph Cordato, Matthew Cordato, and Anthony Cordato. We offered a 4-H Blue Shirt photo contest this year. Encouraged 4-H members to dig out those shirts they got at Ag Day last year. And we had a number of participants, and they all will be receiving a gift card to one of our local businesses that are big supporters of 4-H. Those who will be receiving those and whose pictures you'll be seeing in their blue shirts as we promote 4-H are Avery Conrad, Charlie Moore, Corinne Haskin, Adelaide Kress, Dorothy Kress, Harriet Kress, Courtney Laux, Henrik Leifer, Jackson White, Jessica Scarlata, Casey Purdy, Jackson Purdy, Anna Purdy, Jessie Purdy, Lita Albertson, Noah Kilmer, Nora Leifer, Olivia Conrad, Randy Albertson, Toby Greer, Ashton Conklin, and Teal Conklin. So our top 4-H member award is our Outstanding 4-H Member Award that's presented to a 4-H member who is at least 16 years old and not only has been involved with their 4-H club and their project work there, but also on the county level and maybe even on the state level. And here we have Lily Keller, who is currently an independent member, and Brendan Ohms, who's in the Farm Friends 4-H Club. As you can see, they've both been very active in animal science projects, Lily with dairy cattle, Brendan with dairy cattle, as well as with livestock, not only sheep, but also swine. And so we congratulate them. They will each be receiving a check and a plaque. Now I would like to announce our Dot Ball Memorial Leader Award recipients. Usually we give out one of these awards, but this year we've had 2 wonderful nominations, and we decided that we would recognize both of our recipients. And first of all, we have Billy Greer. He is the leader of the Baker's Dozen 4-H Club, and as you can see in the photo, he's also the 4-H Milk Bar manager, and so he is going to be receiving one of the awards. And also we have Judy Burry. And in the photo on the right, she is on the far right with her sister and her daughter, Roberta. And Judy is a leader with the Utterly Impossibles 4-H Club. And just a little more background there. When Judy first started a 4-H club, it was the Blondies 4-H Club years ago, where and that was Roberta was a member of that 4-H club. And when Roberta had children, she took over the Blondies. The name changed to the Utterly Impossibles, and so here they are. And Judy continues as a project leader for the Utterly Impossibles 4-H club. Now we're going to recognize our tenured 4-H club leaders, and these are people who may be the organizational leader, but they also might be a project leader or an event coordinator, or in some way they help with the 4-H club. And so for our 5-year recipients, we have Abby Schwader, Alex Junk, Amy Hilliard, David Sharon, Haley Zerwell, Maria Gerber, and Megan Sharon. And for 10 years of service with us, we have Sarah Gallagher. 15 years of service, we have Emily Kress, Eileen Stark, and Christine Ohms. 30 years of service with Cornell Cooperative Extension's 4-H program, we have Phil Trowbridge and Roberta Keller. And finally, for 40 years of service with 4-H, we have Judy Burry. Now, all of these recipients will be receiving a reusable 4-H bag at this point, but then we will do an in-depth recognition of all of their time and effort in April 2021 during National Volunteer Week. And that's where they'll get their special pins as well as their certificates. So we look forward to that. And in the meantime, they'll be able to use their reusable bags, and really just definitely have to thank you all for all your time and effort, money, I'm sure, and that you've given to the 4-H Club program. Without you all, definitely we would not be able to have the depth and breadth of program that we do have here in Columbia and Greene counties. Now I'd like to thank our sponsors for 4-H Achievement Night this year. Please support them in any way you can. If they're a business, go visit them. And if they're a community organization and you know someone in the organization, please just give them a big thank you. And maybe even go to one of their fundraisers and support them because you know that they're supporting us. So we have the Highway Drive-In, Community Bank, Catskill Elks Lodge, Kinderhook Elks Lodge, Hudson Elks Lodge, the Fortnightly Club of Catskill, Columbia County Agricultural Society, and Cindy Smith. And finally, we are going to now enjoy the movie Babe, which is our ending of Achievement Night at the Drive-In. We started with games and prizes, and now we're ending with a movie. So enjoy. And for those of you who are watching this, either on Facebook or on our website, do go grab the movie Babe. You're going to enjoy it. It's a great little family flick. Enjoy. Have a great evening.